talks, Mickey talks the truth.
Okay. I got truth on my mind. Truth on my mind. I got truth on my mind. Truth on my mind. I got truth on my mind. Truth on my mind.
Hey, listen, you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love you, Mickey.
Y'all already know all information contained on this live is for entertainment, heavy on the mother effing entertainment, educational purposes only. All information used on this live is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusion that you draw is on you and your mama, not nobody on this channel, this panel, or in this chat. And another disclaimer for those who have not read the description to my channel, I am not a lawyer. Nothing I say should be used as legal advice because it's not legal advice, okay? If you do need legal advice, however, you can go talk to an actual licensed lawyer or attorney of your choosing, all right? And like the disclaimer says in the video, that you can actually see the consequences of anything that you try to run with from the channel is definitely on you, all right? So with that being said, hey, just sit back, enjoy my opinion based off my free thoughts of what I'm listening to. And y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let's get started.
You can't handle the truth.
Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to pull up on your girl, Mickey Truth. We is live with it. Good morning, Truth Team. Y'all, I have been up since 6:30 a.m. Why have I been up? Because my daughter felt the need to wake me up out my sleep to ask me a question that she could have did herself on Google. And I haven't been able to fall asleep since. Hence why y'all have been getting video drops and all that this morning. Because I said, you know what? I had to start work at 9 a.m. I had to start live at 10 a.m. Might as well get up and be productive, okay? So if y'all don't know what we're doing on this live today, we are here because guess what? It is day 4 of the Young Dolph. I got to do something with my mic because, like, every time I move at this thing, it just wobbles and the noise hurts my nerves. But anyway, so you're going to do it again? I got to find some tape. Hold on, because it's throwing me out. It just shakes every time. Let's see if the tape gonna give it some stability. Like it just moves every time I move. I need to do the same thing because if y'all notice in my videos, sometimes it looks like it's moving because the camera is moving for some reason. Anyway, all right, let's see. All right, let's see if that works. So the jury started deliberating last night about 6:11 p.m. Eastern time. And I think if you join me for the second live, I think we got off live close to 9 p.m. Eastern time. So they had about maybe a little under 3 hours of deliberation. Well, they're back this morning to deliberate. Will we get a verdict today? I don't know. Possibly. But we're going to be here. As long as the feed is on, we're here. Now, I don't know about y'all. I got a lot of things to do today, okay? I can't just sit here and watch this screen. So I have a couple things that I want to do, review with you guys while we're waiting on questions and possibly a verdict. If you was not on last night, because I thought the trial was over last night, right? I cut the live off and then I ended up having to come back when I realized they still had it on. So only one jury question so far, and that question was, what is a proffer? The judge basically sent a response to the jury like, hey, we can't provide you that. You know why? Because it's not important to what's going on. Hernandez Govan does not have a proffer. The reason, possibly in my opinion, that the jury is interested in knowing what a proffer is because it did come up in the testimony of Cornelius Smith because he did a proffer, okay? So there's that. So basically a proffer is where you provide truthful, factual information with no repercussions to you, right? They taking you at face value with what you're saying. You may hear it sometimes in the courtrooms where lawyers, whether it's state attorneys or defense attorney, they'll be like, I'll proffer to the court. So basically, you're going to take my word at what I'm saying to you. I'm going to be the one providing you this information. So basically, in a nutshell, that's what it means. Truthful, factual details. Okay? You know? Good morning, King Newski. So I have a question from you guys, okay? Now, we're just getting started with live, so I'm not going to get too deep in this right now, but do y'all want to build a RICO? Like, for real, do y'all want to build a RICO? And you may be like, Mickey, what in the police? Hey, listen, if you got an issue with it, you ain't got to be part of our investigative team. If you have been with the Truth Team since 2022, you may remember something I used to call Research Club. We haven't done Research Club since the Snooty Wild case. Good morning, Kiki. However, I feel like today, since, again, we're just waiting around for the verdict or questions. So today, I am bringing back an original segment of the Truth Team, of the Mickey Truth channel, and that is Research Club. And today, we're building a RICO. Yes, for fun. None of this can be used for nothing, okay? We're going solely off of information on this trial for this RICO, okay? So no, we're not going to dig up no street stuff, none of that. No. But today, we will be building a RICO. You may be like, why are we building a RICO? Well, I'll tell you. Good morning, Cook, Reacts, Life of Town, Brown Sugar. Good morning, good morning. The reason why, okay, I decided that this would be fun to do for content is because from day one, y'all remember I was windmilling day one, okay? Everybody kept saying, Gotti's going down. Everybody kept saying this and that. And I'm going to be honest, on day one, I'm like, what? But as I was doing some notes this morning for a video, because I was going to do the build a RICO for a video, but I said it'll be more fun. Good morning, Mima, if we do it on live, and then I'll just clip it for those who ain't a part of it, right? So this is one of my notes. Let me see what's all on this paper before I show y'all. Good morning, Team Pretty. All right, hold on, I got a birthday right there. So this is one of my notes. This is what I was doing when I was getting ready to do the video Build a RICO, as y'all can see, okay? So it got me to thinking. Team King, good morning. Queen, good morning. Mima, good morning. So it got me to thinking as I was just thinking about it. I'm like, in the rebuttal, Miss Amazing, good morning. We're going to go back to the rebuttal. And I know, y'all, that lady was hollering, screaming, all that. But it went over my head last night. But when I watched it the second time on the second live, something stuck out in what she said. So as part of our RICO, we're going to start with the rebuttal from the state from yesterday. Okay. And the reason why, good morning, Darren, we're going to start with that as we build our RICO is because she says something that leaves the door open, okay, to a possible RICO. Just saying. Now, as I showed y'all on my paper, and we're going to do our own. Good morning, Black 33. Hold on, Black 334 night. Okay, got it. So the reason why I already started my diagram, because like I said, I was going to do this for a video. But now I'm going to get a whole new TT. Good morning. I'm going to get some more paper. And y'all, I don't waste paper, okay? So this was printed paper I had for something else. Now I'm using the back, okay? So I got a whole bunch of it over here. Oh, shoot. A whole bunch of paper I done printed already, okay? Good morning, Haitian K. And I'm going to use the back of it. We're going to be going over a lot. So I need for y'all to help me out. Because sometimes I may miss, okay, things that's being said and we're all watching it. So I need y'all to take y'all notes so that when we put together our board, we will be able to do it as accurately as possible. Now, again, before I get some trolls in the comments, at the end of the day, okay, you can call it police business. You can do whatever. These people already got what they got, and we're going off of what they saying. We ain't adding nothing new to it. But yes, we are building a CMG RICO. Yes, CMG RICO. So let me put that up. That's what we're doing right now. And y'all might, it's still tapping stop. That shit get aggravating. Okay. All right. So why are we building a CMG RICO? Because it wouldn't make sense to build a PRE RICO on, you know, based off this trial. Okay. So hold on. I need to get my board with the legs. Give me 1 second. Okay, hold on. Do they got a question? Is that why they moved? Okay. All right, y'all. I used to be able to move my camera around, but now since I got my setup, you know what I'm saying, I can't do that. It's just too much. So I'm gonna have to just bring my stuff over here. But like I told y'all, when I do content, I really have to do content, okay? I be in here with my board, okay, all that. But I'm erasing what I had on the board. I kind of could have used that board, might be better. But anyway, I need to invest in a tall board. But anyway, we gonna rock out with what we got. All right. So now my board is empty, so I don't even need those on right now. All right. They keep moving that camera, have me keep looking over there. I'm trying to empty my space out so we can get to what we need to do. All right, I need one of my mods to keep their eye on the feed because we do have to go back and listen to well, hold on, with my tablet. I can put it on my tablet. All right. All right, y'all ready to build our RICO? Hood Queen said, in my opinion, we all know he did it. However, Jamie Foxx said, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. That is correct. That is correct. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let me put the feed on my tablet so that we don't miss anything because I have to take it off this screen. Okay. So, all right, Truth Team. Again, if you are new to the channel, and I'm talking about new to the channel, okay, because we haven't done this since like 2023. I know I kind of went away from it, but yeah, we are about to build a RICO. So all right, I got that and put that over there. That over there. All right, April, good morning. So like I showed y'all, the first person in our RICO, who will be at the top of the RICO, right? Because you know, on all the crime shows, it's always somebody at the top, okay? So, in mine, I got Gotti. So I think we can agree Gotti will be at the top, okay? Right. So let's put that on. Let me see, can I share mine? Because I had, y'all, when I say I had a PowerPoint thing up and all, okay? All right, so what color I want to use? Let me get my mark. I think I want to go with, we're going to go with red. No, that's pink. I'm trying to go with the darkest marker I got. All right, we're going to go with this. Okay, we're going to go with blue. All right. CMG RICO. All right. We're going to have Gotti. All right. And then we'll have Juke. Now, on mine, I put Govan is under Juke. Do y'all have somebody else y'all think will go either under Juke, before Govan, or with Govan? Anybody? Or are we good with Govan? I think all of us can agree Govan will be next, because the link to Juke for us would be Govan, according to this trial anyway. All right. So next, we will have Smith, who we know was introduced to this whole thing, okay, by Govan. We ain't even got to argue with it. We can agree that Cornelius Smith linked to Juke is Govan. We know that Smith linked to, say, Gotti or CMG is Govan. So we will put Smith right here. Cook said Govan not that high up. Well, who else would you put? Now, again, we're going off of trial information only, y'all. So don't start pulling stuff from places. Trial only. So who will go between Juke and Govan then? Cook, I need you to give me a name. Who we got to get our map, and then we'll start piecing together everything else. Okay? So who will go, if you say Govan will not be under Juke, who would you put up there? Who we got to have a name. Straight drop before Cornelius me. To me, straight drop will be kind of at the same level, because they're technically the same. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm seeing TZ. So where would TZ be? Where would TZ be? Where would TZ be, y'all? Now, I have Black Youngster has not been named in this yet, so I wouldn't per se put him on here. And that's just because we haven't heard nothing about him. Hell, they didn't even really mention the shooting that he got charged with during the trial. Remember, we're going off of the trial. Fingerprints on the car, Mickey. Whose fingerprints is on the car? Y'all got to give me some names. We got to do our map, y'all. And then we'll start feeling like, let's do the map. All right, so I'm going to tell y'all what I feel, right? Because I told y'all I personally don't feel like Govan is the key to drop and Juke. I don't think that. So to me, I will branch off from here, and I will put TZ. Then I will have Ham. Then I will have Drop. If it was me. So you think that TZ went through Govan, Brown Sugar? Gotti, Juke, Govan, then Cornelius, then Drop. So y'all think, okay, so remember how the thing go, good morning, Jay. It would be who is basically in charge of the person on top of them. I mean, below them. You know what I'm saying? No, Govan, then TZ under him. So based off the trial, TZ had to go through Govan to reach Juke. Is what y'all saying? 2 guys are in jail now for another murder. Did they mention them in this trial? Or no? But remember, focus. I don't want people to lose focus. Only off of this trial. This trial. Not straight drops trial. This trial. Give me names. No, TZ close to Juke. Okay, hold on. Let's start over. Okay. because we got to get on the same page with the hierarchy. So give me a second. Let me take this away. All right. Let's start this. Okay. Is Gotti above Juke or next to Juke? Let's start there. Is Gotti above Juke or next? I don't want to put them next to each other because I don't think they're above each other. Okay. So I'm gonna just put they under. Okay. Y'all gotta stay focused, y'all. Trayvon Ingram, who is that? And when was he mentioned in this case? No, we're not doing the Trula Mafia. They haven't mentioned, they may have mentioned people that's involved with Trula Mafia in this case. They have not mentioned any links to Trula Mafia. We're not going down that rabbit hole. We're only talking about this trial, y'all. Remember, we are still on the live about the Govan trial. Only about the trial, okay? We're not going down no other rabbit holes but this trial for now, okay? But this trial. I know y'all got all 4 years worth of people, okay? Give me what day did they bring up a person named Shard? I don't recall hearing that name. Give me what day that name came up, though. So, who's going to go on the juke, y'all? Who's on the juke? We need a name. We need a name. I have a theory that I'm trying to see if we all feel the same way. Because if y'all paid attention to mine, then y'all already know where I'm going with it. But so Brown Sugar said TZ should be under Juke. Do y'all agree that TZ go under Juke? Yes, I know TZ is deceased before anybody says it. I know TZ is deceased. Still doesn't matter. Okay, so y'all okay. I like that. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with Govan, TZ. I like that. Because now we can go down and we can put Smith and we can put Drop. Y'all agree with that? Or no? Good morning, Big D. Welcome to Build a RICO. Y'all don't agree with that? What do y'all think I should change then? Cause now the reason why I agree with it is because they had text messages from TZ and Drop in regards to running down on PRE. I like that order, point of contact. Right. Okay. It seems like a lot of people say we can go with that. Shard, Juke. Who is Shard? We got to go back. We got to go back to find the Shard part because I don't remember that name. Straight Drop knew Juke for a minute. No, well, Straight Drop knew Juke as of July 27th, 2021. That came out in court. Gotti, Juke, Govan, Straight Drop. Did they prove any connection between TZ and Govan, though? We're building a RICO Street News. You should be happy about this. This is what you wanted. All right, so we're going to go with this because we have to, because I know we got to listen to the rebuttal again so that y'all can see why this was even an activity to do. It's a reason why I decided to do this activity based off something I heard in the rebuttal. Right, Brown Sugar. Let me put your comment up. That's all I'm doing, y'all, okay? Only using names from this trial, not YouTube, the streets prior to the trial. That's it, y'all. Jay said, Trula Mafia is not relevant to this because they have not mentioned Trula Mafia in this trial, y'all. Yes, we're talking about CEO TZ. He was brought up in this trial. So, yes, that's who we're talking about. They went over in the phone records, the phone records testimony, they went over that. So what's up with Bobby? Okay, that's a good point, Jay. So we can take Smith, okay? We can do, he mentioned that that's his business partner. I didn't hear them say nothing else about him being part of anything. Just because you're a business partner in a legitimate business doesn't mean anything. So we're going to put Bobby here. Bobby Carter. Then we're going to put Smith. Because at the end of the day, Smith would not have known Govan if it wasn't for Bobby Carter. And yes, I do know some of these people, a lot of these people really are deceased. I know this. However, that doesn't change that their names came up and evidence from their phones came up in this situation. Now, whatever happened to Howard Barnett? Is that Ham? I think, is that Ham's name? Where will we put Ham at? I kind of feel like I kind of feel like Ham should go here and then drop. But we're going to have to look back at it. I might change that. Y'all keep saying CEO Bobby. I'm not sure if his name is Bobby Carter, then yes. If he's deceased, yes. But they have not mentioned anybody by the name of actual CEO Bobby, just FYI. All right, are we good? I kind of feel like for now, we may add this or we may change some names later. For the most part, this is our hierarchy based off this trial. Now, give me 1 second. I thought, okay. I'm gonna have to, no. I'm gonna use orange. All right. Jook is deceased. Teasy is deceased. Bobby is deceased. All right. So just, y'all, I'm gonna say again, I don't know who CEO Bobby is. Bobby Carter, according to the state prosecutor yesterday, is deceased. I don't know if he's the same person. Good morning, Tabitha. I'm gonna say that again. I told y'all that yesterday. I don't know. Y'all become A. I'm pretty sure if his name was CEO Bobby, they probably would have said. They didn't say that. Okay. I said Bobby Carter, Bobby C is who they have been mentioning. The prosecutor said he is deceased. All right, y'all. We're gonna leave that right here for now. We're gonna get into the rebuttal remarks, okay? Rebuttal remarks. I want y'all to keep in mind, okay, and listen good to what she said. She threw me off yesterday, but when I heard it the second time, I was like, oh wow. Howard missing. No, Howard is on there. Howard is, oh shit, about to knock myself out. Howard is Ham. Okay. Howard is Ham. All right. So, also, as far as the hit list, okay, we had, as far as PRE, they mentioned Mooch, is it Moochie Grape? Okay, so who is Howard? Ham name is here. Okay, so who is Howard? Where did he come up in the trial? Somebody let me know. Where did he come up in the trial? What is it? Munchie Grape? Munchie Grape. Then we had Paper Route Woo Dolph. Is them the only ones they said? Munchie Grape. Who is it? I need y'all to y'all keep saying the name. Where did it come up, y'all? Where did Howard Barrett or whatever, where did that name come up at? And what day of the trial? Moochie Grape? Moochie Moochie. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all figure that out. Y'all put it in the chat. We need to listen to this because this is again gonna go with it. All right. Key Glock was on the hit list for PRE. Not on the hit list, but actual attempts that came up in this trial. And I think Moochie Gray, PR, Paper Route, Wu, and Dolph was the only three. They didn't bring up Key Glock in this trial. I think they only talked about actual like shootings they had verified. And I think those was the only three people. And I think the great one was attempted and he caught the play before it happened. But hey, we're going to get into all that. Let's get into this rebuttal because it's 15 minutes and we got to get this in order for us to finish building our CMG RICO. We need to listen to this because it's a reason why I wanted to do this because it's based off what this prosecutor said. All right, let's get into it.
City of Memphis, not the DA, not the prosecutors, not you, Hernandez Govan. That's who we are here about today. That's what this proof has been about. Embarrassed. Who should be embarrassed? Hernandez Govan. He is the person that made the choice to get engaged in this conspiracy. He made that choice. We've talked about choices. There are a few things in life that we can control, and our choices are one of them. What choices did Hernandez Govan make? You've heard that over the last few days of the choices that he's made. His choices led us here today. All right, police, they say they didn't do a good job. Convenient story. Something, novel. Because they didn't arrest everybody has to be arrested for them to do a good job. There was a twofold investigation. Sergeant Browning and Sergeant Dabney both told you that. It's very convenient that that part was left out of the defense's argument. There's a twofold investigation. Homicide and MGU. Those are two different entities within the Memphis Police Department. There was an ongoing investigation. And as Ms. Williams mentioned in her closing statements, this is a conspiracy. It's ongoing. To let you know that they were still investigating. Look at the call records. Look at when those call records were received. Now, defense will have you believe that, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of pages of call records. There are. But guess what? You'll have access to all of that, and they're on a flash drive. You can search. You can put in the numbers that were given to you. When things happen, what happened with those calls. They're there for you. There's no hiding. There's no putting them aside. They're there for you to look at. So I wanted to clear up that misstatement. The focus at the time of the incident, November 17, 2021, was on a homicide. It was not on who went to AutoZone or who went to Pressure World. The focus was on a homicide. A person was dead. The defense never mentioned that we are talking about a dead person. Dead. It's everybody's issue and fault but Hernandez Govan. The police didn't kill Adolph Thornton. Cornelius and Justin killed Adolph Thornton. But who put them together? Hernandez Govan. Look at the PowerPoint presentation that Sergeant Browning provided. It has communications that contact log was put in there for Jook and Justin on the same day, about July 27th, around that time. They looked like they exchanged numbers. And if they knew each other before then, they wouldn't have had to exchange numbers. They would have already had each other's numbers. Look at that. Look at the call detail records of Cornelius Smith. You'll see about the first time he had contact in his phone anyway with Hernandez Govan was about July 25th, 2021, around that time. All you have to do is plug the numbers in. It's not rocket science, as he'd have you believe. Hernandez Govan put these individuals together. And Govan's investigation, Govan's role in this conspiracy, as far as MPD was investigating, really didn't start until Angela Arnold gave a statement. Now, if we are to believe anything Angela Arnold says, then we are to believe call records, which Sergeant Garner said they don't lie. They're the records. They are what they are. So we can't believe that. We're not supposed to believe Angela either. We're not supposed to believe anything that's happened. The records are what the records are. But they bring in Sergeant Coburn or Lieutenant Coburn. Officers are bad. They don't do a good job. But he wants you to, well, this officer did a great job. Just this one that we bring in. He did a great job. Cornelius will tell you, he didn't just get a whole thing of Clorox and pour it all over the car and wipe it down. He said he sprayed some substance on a towel and wiped. He was still hurt. It was in the dark. He was in a rush. He was scared probably that Govan was going to come out and shoot him or do something because he was across the street from his house. But you want us to, defense wants you to believe that all the officers are bad, they did everything wrong, except that part.
All right, y'all. So far, and we thank you, Jay. Where is that phone? I think it's in my other room. I'll go get it in a minute. If he got released for real, yes, he was released. Where did he go? I don't know. But he definitely was released. Into whose custody? I don't know. Is he back on the street? I don't know. But he definitely got released. He's not in violent. He's released. Like I told y'all yesterday, I mean, at that point, it's up to y'all. Y'all can call every detention center in Tennessee. If y'all find them, y'all let me know. But yeah, violently goes off of the information that's put into the system. He got released from custody. However, does that mean he got picked up by another authority? Could be, but for now, we don't know. Like, we don't know. Back in September 2024, Cornelius Smith was released from custody from Shelby County into the custody of Dyer County. August 19, 2025, Cornelius Smith was released from Dyer County. Where he's at now, I don't know. If you look at violently, the same day he got let go from Shelby County, he was entering Dyer County. This was 2 days ago. Y'all go look on violently now, and y'all let me know if y'all see Cornelius Smith in the system somewhere else as of August 19th. Y'all let me know. Now, like I told you, it was a Cornelius Smith that popped up in another county the same day, but with a different birthday. So if you want to say the person whose birthday was in August is Cornelius Smith, although Cornelius Smith's birthday is in December, then y'all can go with it. But keep in mind, that person who came in the system on the 19th with the name of Cornelius Smith isn't linked to the Shelby County case of this murder. So, again, Rio Gaming said release could mean he went to prison. Was he sentenced yet? No, he's not in prison. He's not in prison. He hasn't even, y'all gotta understand, he hasn't even taken a plea, let alone sentence. He's not in prison. And if he was moved to prison, he would have been in a Tennessee prison record. He's not there either. If he's in PC, they gave him a fake name. Y'all not going to find him. They're not going to give him a fake name in PC. If he's in witness protection, then yeah, he'll definitely have a different identity. And that's even more reason he's not in jail then. If he's in witness protection, if that's what you're, because y'all say PC is a jail thing. But if you're talking about witness protection, then that means also he's not in jail. Team Pretty said that means he lied on the stand. He said they didn't give him a deal. He doesn't have a deal. He doesn't have a deal. Now, mind you, he wasn't released from Dyer County to whoever or wherever he went, okay, until, guess what? After he got off the stand. So did they give him a deal once he completed his testimony? Could be. Could be. But that I don't know. And I'll be honest, I'm not that invested into trying to figure out about a freaking witness. You know, I don't want no smoke with no people, okay? Like, so wherever he at, he there. All I'm telling you is what was provided through Vonley. Maybe they could still say release to his records on purpose to throw people off. You gotta see, this is the only thing about it. It's like certain things they can't lie, right? They can't lie because again, VineLink is for victims and community members that so they can stay in the know of criminals being released and stuff. So it's kind of a tricky game if they just lie and saying he out and he's somewhere else. Now again, maybe he's in transport some way. Maybe he is in witness protection. Maybe, you know, he's picked up by the feds. I don't know, right? But he's not in Dyer County is basically what we come down to. You know what I'm saying? Michelle said, Miss Tam said he's in PC. You're not going to know. I don't know who Miss Tam is, but shout out to her. PC, like, listen. Protective custody is inside of jail. Like, it's not the fact, like, even if he's in PC, you're going to know he's still in jail. He's been in PC since last year. Since he testified against Justin Johnson. That's why he got moved from Shelby County to Dyer County. So it's not it's not a matter of knowing exactly where he is. The point is they will have to let the public know what jail you're in. Now they don't have to tell you, oh, he's on cell block 2 at the end on the left, but they're not just going to take you completely out of the system just because you're in protective custody. Then that means we would have never known where he was when he left Shelby County in September. So I get y'all got y'all bloggers and YouTubers that y'all listen to, and shout out to them. And this is one reason why I don't like people to bring up another creator, because I don't want nobody to feel like I'm stepping on their toes. But when y'all bring it to my channel, I'm going to have to tell y'all my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they're not going to remove you from the prison or jail system just because you're in PC. People are in PC every day. The man got moved to PC September 27th, 2024. Do y'all know what happened around that time? Watch this. So moving forward, y'all stop promoting or dropping other creators, because then people will clip it and then be like, well, Mickey Truth said you a liar. And that's not what Mickey Truth said. Mickey Truth said, my opinion of the situation is this based off my experience. So y'all chill out with that. Because I just don't want that, because I don't know who this lady is. This is like the third day y'all don't mention her name. I never had no contact with her. And people get weird. Not saying she's weird, but it has happened in the past. So y'all please refrain from that. You know what I'm saying? If you watch another content creator and you like the explanation, then rock out with that. Don't worry about what I'm saying. Okay? If you come to me to get my point of view, I'm going to tell you my point of view, and it's up to you which way you go with. But they're not going to take you out of the actual system just because you're NPC. It's not. It's not. Okay? Just again, it's not. Okay? Yeah, it's not. That's not going to happen. And say, well, no, I listened to her because she used to work at the police department, and she says she has a lot of information that they tell her. I'm sorry, I wanted more. Yeah, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it gets weird on YouTube. So I just rather, yeah, I appreciate it, Michelle. But yeah. But again, my opinion, again, they're not going to take you out the system because you're in PC. Give me 1 second. Hold on. All right. When did... Hold on, give me a second. Oh my God, like what is going on with this? All right, what was the date of this? All right. Justin Johnson, okay? Justin Johnson. His trial, September 23rd, 2024. Cornelius Smith got moved out of Shelby County before he testified against Justin Johnson. And I'm about to show y'all. I'm not even going to log in so it won't show nobody's birthday. Hold on, give me a second. Stop rocking. I might keep rocking y'all. It's aggravating. All right, boom. Cornelius Smith, okay? As y'all can see, it takes out most of the birthday. Can y'all see that? Hold on, I'm trying to load a little bit more. Like I said, you don't even have to sign into this. You can just do it like anybody can do it, okay? So, September 27, 20. Hold on, let me go back. Let me go to this one first. Shelby County was where he was originally held. As you can see, it'll show you the date of birth and the name. Okay, so this Cornelius Smith, middle name is Dwayne. Okay, so this, if you wonder who they're talking about Cornelius Dwayne Smith, right? So on here, September 27th, 2024 is when he was put in unsupervised custody, right? However, he left Shelby County on this day. He was entered January 11, 2022. You go down here to Dyer County, click on that. It's going to take you to when he came in, September 27, 2024. However, custody status, out of custody, custody detail, general release, August 19, 2025. Again, I ain't saying they just threw him out. This is what this is saying. You can match up his name and all that. Now, again, where did he go? I did this so y'all can see that on the same date he was released from Shelby County, he popped up in Dyer County. This was around the time he was testifying against Justin Johnson. Now, August 19th, he was done testifying against Hernandez Govan. So, where is he now is the question. That's what, hell, I want to know too. But I don't know where he is at this moment, okay? Let me go back. I don't know what else. Go back. So y'all can see the list of people. And if y'all was on my live the other night, we did this the other night. But, all right. Let me go back. So if you type them in, again, you see at the top, it's a Cornelius Smith located in Tennessee. They have a 36-year-old, okay, by the name of Cornelius Smith in custody in Fayette County Detention Center. If you click on it, it's going to say this person's birthday is in August, right? And that On August 19th, they was booked in. August 20th, this was the last time they did an update on it. And it says, boom, he's in custody. However, the birthday is different. Like I told y'all earlier, if y'all want to say that, you know, the jail people manipulate information and stuff, then maybe this him. Maybe he's right there in Fayette County with a different birthday. I'm just saying, look, maybe. But if you look at the bottom, okay, guess what? No other cases are linked down there. Y'all saw when I showed y'all the Cornelius Dwayne Smith with the birthday in December first started in Shelby County when he was first indicted, January 11, 2022. Then it moved to when he went to Dyer County, and it all was under the same name. This is alone. So again, for those who got this conspiracy or theory, or maybe you know for a fact, hey, at this point, right, that they can change your birthday so that you can't be found. Although, what good does that do if we still find it? It's right here. We just found it. So changing a person's birthday ain't gonna help us not being able to locate where the person is. So if they change Cornelius Smith's birthday, then guess what? He's right there in Fayette County Detention Center. However, if that's not him, then where is he? He's not in the system. Again, did the feds get him? Did he go in witness protection? I don't know. You got to go ask the police for that. I don't have the police friends to ask that. I wouldn't want to ask that even if I did. Okay? Even if I did. Okay? I wouldn't want that. Okay? Because we're talking about a witness. Renee Thomas said unsupervised custody was a probation release. No. Not in this situation. When it said that he was moved to another jail. So it couldn't have been a probation release because he technically was released to a different county. So no, not in that situation. So that's just that. What's up, Blue? Blue said, I worked as a CO at a prison and they don't take you out of the prison system when you go to PC. They don't. They don't. Like I said, I know that for a fact because we have clients that go to jail and go to PC all the time. I know that for a fact because, hell, unfortunately, I have family members that go to prison and jail all the time. They don't take you out the system. PC, protective custody, is a jail situation, right? It's a jail situation. It keeps you segregated from population to avoid or prevent or slow down you getting into any harm. That has nothing to do with us on the outside being able to know, or your family being able to go to see where you're located. No. It's a prison or jail thing. Just depends where you're at, you know? So that's just that. But hey, if anybody tell y'all different, then that's their whole thing. You know, I don't know, whatever. I'm telling y'all what I know from personal experience, professional experience, and that's just where we are. Okay? Like, that's just it. So for those who have been asking, where's Cornelius Smith? I don't know. I don't know. I just know there's no record of him moving somewhere else. That's it. Okay, so that's what we're put there. All right, let's get back to our RICO. Well, any more questions on that before we move on? Okay, before we move on, because I know we was talking about the RICO, but yeah, that's just that, y'all. But I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, share the live. We are doing verdict watch, okay? When will the jury come back with a verdict on Hernandez Govan, the man with the plan, according to the state of Tennessee, okay? So all I'm saying is, will it go to guilty or not guilty? In the meantime, between time, we are playing what we used to play in the earlier days. Definitely. I'm glad you mentioned that. Donations are definitely welcome. All the options are scrolling down the bottom of your screen: Cash App, Venmo, and Apple Pay. For those who may not have it right now, times be tough, okay? What you can do for the free to support my channel is to keep my comments moving. keep it moving. When y'all keep it moving, it lets YouTube know like y'all rocking out with the content, and it'll tell other people to come over to help keep it moving some more. Like it, share it, subscribe, join the conversation. We are building a CMG RICO, baby, for fun. And again, we are just going off of what is being said during this trial, okay? So far on our hierarchy, let me see, can y'all see it? We got Gotti at the top, Jook at under Gotti. We got Govan and TZ right under Jook. We got Bobby Carter and Ham under that, and Smith and Drop. Y'all may be like, what in the police? Listen, this ain't police-ish when it's public information because we ain't coming up with nothing extra, all right? And according to the state prosecutor, hey, it's already an ongoing investigation. So the first part of what we heard was that the state prosecutor admitted that everybody was not arrested, that it was a twofold investigation, homicide and the Memphis gang unit. It's an ongoing conspiracy, meaning it's still being investigated. Now, that's very important because if you look at our chart based off the names, and this is not even all the names so far that has been said multiple times throughout this trial, if the name is circled in orange, it means, guess what? They are deceased. So with Jook being the main person on this list that's deceased, that we have heard multiple times throughout this trial, guess what? If it's still an ongoing investigation, who are they looking into if Jook is deceased? Makes you think, right? All right. So the defense theory, and then we're going to get back into the rest of the rebuttal, is that Govan is the fall guy. And at first, I was like, how can he be the fall guy? Why would he be the fall guy? Then I got to think about it. If it's an ongoing investigation into the conspiracy, then if Govan goes down as the mastermind, would the investigation stop? If Govan is a person calling the shots, Jook is gone. Govan go down for putting everybody else together to do these hits. It stops. Now, day one, I said it stops with Govan. I said that day one without really knowing too much about none of this. I said that. But my mind now on day 4 is like, it stops. But it might be a little deeper than I thought, because the star witness, Cornelius Smith, is not on a plea deal, is not on anything, but is willing to testify twice against people in this conspiracy. Cornelius Smith, lawyer, started out being Jook's lawyer, received money out the blue, thousands and thousands of dollars to pay for his lawyers. By who? Hernandez Govan, who they already said didn't have the money to even pay for the hit. So why would a person who barely had any money be able to secretly pay for counsel for a man that's about to point him out as the mastermind? The other shooter in this case ain't saying nothing. So it all relies on Cornelius Smith, who, by the way, is just telling to tell. Who, by the way, is making it very, very point blank that he ain't know nothing about nothing if it wasn't for Govan. He is doing his one too to make sure that the jury understands it's all Govan's fault. The state wants us to think that straight drop, all those straight drop, talked to Juke the night before the murder, provided the guns to Smith, called Juke after the murder, that Govan was still the go-to person. They never questioned or arrested nobody from CMG, although the theory is that this is all because of CMG and PRE music beef. One thing that left me kind of like, how can you say this is the reason for this beef, but they have not said what is Govan's connection to CMG? Why would he care about it? Now, we can all assume and go down the theories on YouTube, but I'm talking about in this trial. They never said it. They never said, what was his connection to care. Jade said, I think he's telling because he never received the money. They told him they was going to pay him. Nah, it's deeper than that. Because if that's the case, he got picked up in December, less than a month after the shooting. He hadn't reached out to Juke, never received no money. Till then, you don't start telling until you get his lawyer that start getting fees paid for out the blue. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe. But let's get back into this because I need to go blow my nose, y'all.
The investigation was ongoing. Look at the call records. Look at when they were done. And you can still investigate. Because you want someone arrested tomorrow, it doesn't mean the evidence is all there. At this point, Juke is dead. Bobby Carter's dead. Joshua Taylor's dead. We can't arrest him. We're not dead.
All right. Oh, shit. Y'all heard that? For those who were saying yesterday, you just heard I said Bobby Carter, Joshua Taylor, who is TZ, is deceased. Juke is deceased. So I know I had some people yesterday that kept saying Bobby Carter ain't dead. No, Bobby Carter is dead. She just said it. No, they have not said the motive for Govan.
Picking them up from the ground, they are dead. That point is dead. Browning just analyzed the numbers that were there. Garner said the records are what they are. They come from the phone company or from the phone. All Browning did was analyze it to say, hey, these many calls came from this individual, this many contacts. That's all Browning was brought here to testify about. But because those records show Hernandez Govan communicating with the conspirators throughout the summer, throughout the fall, from July until November, well past November 17th, at least November 20th of 2021, oh, Browning's a liar too. And when all he did was analyze the records. The records were made by Mr. Govan. Defense also brought up that basically Justin Johnson had access to Juke on his own, basically. But we know that Govan made that connection. July 27, 2021. We know that. We see that in the call records. We see it. Govan already had Juke's information. Govan already had Justin's information. This was by July 27, 2021. Govan had Cornelius' information. Govan texted Justin addressed the Juke Smoke Shop, and the contact was created between the two while they were there. But guess who did not have?
All right, so let's stop right there real quick, because let me pull up that. We're gonna go over to the phone records real quick, because something just it's like something like they trying to. Damn. All right, let me save this for later. All right, hold on. I gotta go back. What day was it? Day 3 was yesterday, so no. It had to be day 2. Yeah, it was day 2. Phone records was day 2, right? All right. Boop, 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 boop. Need something to drink. All right, so we did this, but for the point, to paint our picture, right? We need to review this again. So again, let's look at our CMG hierarchy based off this trial. If somebody's name needs to be taken off or added, this is going to be the time that we will be able to do it. Again, we're going off of this trial only, okay? This trial only. You just heard the prosecutor say, hey, the only way Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, could have met Juke is Govan. The only way that Cornelius Smith could have met Juke and Justin Johnson, Govan. And she said the phone records is supposed to prove that to us, okay? So let's get into it.
But we also analyzed the actual raw records too, just to verify.
And did you prepare a PowerPoint presentation to help explain to the jury what you looked at when you analyzed it?
Yes, it's called Detailed Records and Phone.
If we could pass this to something.
I will say this, y'all. A person, like I know it's some people that will be that hurt by getting jilted out of our money, but to be telling with nothing in writing, to be telling on people that you know can't pay you, none of that. I don't think that Cornelius Smith is just telling because of he ain't getting no money. Cornelius Smith is telling because he's being paid to tell a story the way that he's telling the story. So this is just my theory, my thoughts. I can't even tell you like with factual receipts about this. Just I can tell you like things that came out in this trial that made me come to this conclusion, okay? Somebody is paying Cornelius Smith. Who? I don't know. Somebody paid Cornelius Smith to throw Govan and Drop up under the bus. I'm going to be honest because there's no way you ain't got no link to Juke. The only person you link to is Govan, but you would tell your baby mama to get Juke's lawyer in particular. Now, if you don't know, like, listen, I'm a big Chris Brown fan, okay? I don't know that man's lawyer. I couldn't tell you what his lawyer name is. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Pastor Troy fan. I don't know who his lawyer is. For a person who don't know nothing about nothing, you knew who that man's lawyer was. Then not only did you know who his lawyer was, you knew how to get in touch with the lawyer, and the lawyer actually came or sent somebody to work for you. who Lil Durk attorney is. Can I go hit up? Can I tell Mr. True, hey, go hit up Drew Finley and tell him I need him on my case? They gonna be like, okay, where the like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, make it make sense. So, and then you get this money, or this money get paid to these lawyers. He got on the stand in this trial. Oh, I don't know. So let me guess. The lawyer that got the money to represent you during your time on this case, let me guess. That's the lawyer who told you, forget a plea. Go tell on these niggas to get them locked up so this can end. And I know my regular Truth Team people, I know I'm sounding like a conspiracy theorist. Listen, the last 3.5 days on this case kind of swayed me into conspiracy. I understand. I get it. I'll take ownership this one time. Y'all know in the 3 years, I ain't never had a conspiracy on my own, but I do have a conspiracy right now. I feel like Cornelius Smith, the junkie, right? Yeah, they painting that junkie. And I kept telling y'all on day 2, I'm like, or day 1, whichever day he was on, I'm like, damn, why he keep reminding us he a junkie? If I don't remember nothing else about Cornelius Smith, I'm gonna remember he a junkie because he said it so much on the stand. And no matter what his focus was, no, I wouldn't know nobody unless it was for Govan. I wouldn't know nobody. I wouldn't have been there. I don't know nothing about PRE except for Govan and Google. Like, come on, man. Smith is working for somebody. Who that somebody is, I don't know. But it will be somebody that will benefit from Govan being the mastermind in this whole plot. Like, let's be honest. And we're about to get into why that it became strong on this testimony. It became strong when they didn't want to rebuttal this witness after the whole turkey emoji. So at the end of the day, hey, even I'd be like, okay now. Hey, no Clout TV, you about to get blocked. No cursing in my chat. You obviously new over here. No cursing. This is your only warning. I'm gonna say one more time, just for people that's not familiar with my lives. Do not curse in my chat. If you have to curse, because I guess that's what you got to do, spell it a different way. Okay? I be on live for hours and hours and hours, and I'm gonna be peed off is because I got cursing in my chat. That 8-9 hours of a live is not monetized because y'all cursing in the chat. So I'm gonna say again, no cursing in the chat. Mods, if somebody spell out an actual cuss word in the chat, put them in a timeout the first time and then block them the second time. Okay, we ain't really had a big issue with the cursing, but come on, y'all, we can't have the cursing in the chat. Okay, I'll take my own risk if I curse, okay, talking, but come on, these AI things will catch these words in these comments, and then they'll be like, it's up to you and your mods to catch that stuff. Y'all stop cursing in the chat, like, for real. Okay, appreciate it. All right, so again, this is my conspiracy theory. I can't prove nothing, really. I can only take pieces out this trial and show y'all why I got to this point, because y'all can just go back and look at my day 1 live. I was like, y'all keep talking about Gotti. Y'all keep and if y'all was here, y'all know that's how I was. I was like, man, what? I was yelling, like, what y'all talking about? Like, it don't make sense, you know what I'm saying? But now, okay. Listen, it's crazy. You said Team Pretty said, I know Dolph family had talked to Smith about what? What did they talk to him about? Like at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know what they would have talked about, but even if they did talk, I mean, they want whoever was responsible for this, right? So I doubt they would want Govan just because they want the investigation to stop. They would want whoever's responsible for it. So yeah, it's bigger than that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, I don't know what that was for. But yeah, all right, let's get back to this, y'all, because hold on. So far they've been deliberating for 2.5 hours, no questions yet. They only had one question yesterday. We might get a verdict today, but we gonna be on live until then. But let's keep going.
Sure. You look at that and see if you recognize the contents of the envelope.
Yes.
And what does that depict?
It's just a thumb drive. It's got my PowerPoint on it. It's got my initials, my IBM on it.
All right, we could have the evidence as the next number.
Please ask when the PowerPoint was created for completion session to exhibit.
What do you say?
When was the PowerPoint completed completed?
The final parts of it with the specifically the records was yesterday. They wanted extra.
And Your Honor, again, exit at the end and enter evidence as the next number.
This is an envelope containing what's being described as a thumb drive. It has Sergeant Browning's name on it, PPT. The red thumb drive on the inside. We'll mark this as exhibit 25.
And for our jurors, this PowerPoint is comprised from exhibits 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Commissioner Pope.
Yes.
This is your presentation, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, we will go through it. No, it is small. Could you tell us, or if it would be better if with the court's permission, you can get down and explain what we are looking with here.
Okay, so this is going to be essentially a screenshot of the information associated to Justin Johnson's cellular device. So it's just I essentially take out remove the important information for the PowerPoint purposes, like his IMEI, MZs, telephone numbers, things of that nature.
We named some things we have probably never heard of. Say that again.
So like the IMEI is the number that it's essentially a serial number that belongs to the device. And then an MZ is generally a serial number that belongs to like your SIM card or your network. So we use those things to compare. And then telephone numbers. As you can see, I think on Justin Johnson, it has like his email address, which has maybe a partial of his name. So essentially, it just shows the things that are associated with that cellular device.
And also for the benefit of our jurors, they will have access to this PowerPoint. And this is Justin Johnson's number in 901-236-1625. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. We have another.
Yeah, so this is going to be same information but it's for Cornelius Smith's cellular device, which his last used number for that phone was 901-513-6236. Correct. And then this cellular device is one that belongs to Angela Arnold for the number of 901-370-0185. primarily has the same information that you can use to compare.
So we have a date of July 27, 2021.
That's correct.
Is there any significance to that number, that date's
For us, we found that was significant from the interview with Angela Arnold, or no, actually Cornelius Smith. I'm sorry.
What are we looking at here?
So on the 27th.
All right. So why is this date important? As we was listening to the rebuttal argument from the state prosecutor, okay, remember she said that Juke and Justin met July 27th, 2021. This is why this date is important. This is, this is where their diagram starts filling out. So I'm not gonna mess with ours yet. So keep in mind, this is where it starts to take shape on how they feel everybody was tied in together on, again, July 27th, 2021. Okay?
You have, essentially, we take the call detail records in the software and we create a hot number list. So a hot number list would be, if you're looking at your phone, for me, it'd be, my girlfriend or my mom or my dad. That'd probably be your typical top 5 callers. It can vary, but it's just showing your top callers and down.
And this is for a particular day?
Yeah, so I filtered it for that actual day. So it's not the totality of the records. It's just for that day. And this telephone number belongs to Justin Johnson, which is 901-236-1625.
And another thing, what this means, the 24 can be text messages, can be answer calls, not answer calls. Basically, it's just 24 on times that day, some type of communication went through. And I'll be honest, I kind of feel like it'll probably more so on the texting side because it's easy to run up texts in a day. But nevertheless, they don't really highlight that. They just say communications. And I feel like in the rebuttal statement, they still was throwing that out. Oh, communications. But when the defense highlighted, they were like, well, what if? Or if this, all that BS, right? But nevertheless, so the 24 just means that's how many interactions on that number to that number, okay?
And then as you see, when we look at the records, his top caller is going to be a number that belongs to Hernandez Govan and shows like 24 communications. The next number is going to be for Anthony Mims, and his telephone number is 901-692-2767. And as you can see, Hernandez Govan on that day, again, filtered for the 27th, is around the 8th or 9th call. So he had seven communications. So the significance for this is that on July 27, 2021, we look at Justin Johnson's cellular device. We find Hernandez Govan's telephone number. As you say, it's labeled Big Bruh Quet, and that was an incoming text message to Justin Johnson, and it's just an address of 4641 Bowenshire, which is still smoking Memphis. It's a shop owned by Anthony Mims and his business partner, Mr. Lambert.
My bad, y'all. I was still on mute. So that message, okay, does a couple things. That message shows that Govan and Justin Johnson did know each other before July 27, 2021, right? Because Big Bruh Quet is already in his phone number, right? It's already in his phone. So they knew each other before then. So at 7:37, Govan texts Justin Johnson the address to Big Juke's smoke shop. 7:37 p.m. Okay? 7:37 p.m. What we're about to hear next is what the state did not want the jury to focus on. Okay? So, Harry Lockhart, aka Ham, we have him on our board. Okay? According to the state, he's not in the hierarchy in this trial. But look at what happens at 8:31. Okay, I just seen it come on. Okay, we're gonna pause real quick because they may have a jury question, and yesterday we got to it late and then we had to rewind and it was all extra. So we're gonna pause. We're gonna see what's about to happen with this, and then we'll get back to our play content over here as we try to break down things. Okay, so let's see what the jury question is, or is it a verdict? Y'all get in the comments, let me know. Do y'all think we have a verdict or a question? Verdict or a question? What do we have? A verdict or a question? All right, I'm about to put a poll up real quick. All right, y'all hit that poll real quick too. Verdict or a question? Remember, they have only asked one question so far. Okay, one question so far, and that's what is a proffer? So it's gonna be interesting. Let me cut it off because I don't want it to start talking. Boy, if that's a verdict, I don't know what to do with myself, okay? For the rest of the day. I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. A proffer is a truthful statement. You're supposed to provide facts or truth. Blue skies, good morning. Good morning. Katrina, good morning. Big J, what's up? What's up? All right, y'all. So we just going to hang tight and see what it is. See what it ain't. So it's going to probably take a few minutes because they got to let all the attorneys know. They got to get the defendant in there. So they got to bring everybody into the courtroom for it to either be a question or a verdict. Okay? I don't know what to do with my... Uh-oh, we moving. Uh-oh. We moving. We're moving. It's almost time. Will it be a question or a verdict? Can you get an example? An example of a proffer? It's a truthful statement. So they used to call it queen for a day, meaning you could tell everything about everything and not get used against you. So it's not really an example I can provide to you. Oh, 6ix9ine did about 7 proffers. If that tells you anything. But yeah, proffer is where you give information that's not going to be used against you. You can tell on other people, whether it's your case, somebody else's case, whatever. It's a truthful statement. You're supposed to give facts about crimes. But in the most part, in all situations, no. Gunner didn't do a proffer. And yes, proffer is definitely, for the most part, I have yet to see a proffer that's not snitching. I'm just saying. Because you're definitely giving information that can't be used against you. This is why the Atlanta rapper Rollo gets so much flack about doing a proffer. because people like, ain't no way you ain't telling on nobody. Even though he said he ain't telling on nobody. He lied. So, but the concept is you give information, factual, truthful information on crimes. It's just the only thing about legal terms, it's like it's how you use it, you know what I'm saying? That can cause like, because like I told y'all earlier when we first talked about it, you will hear the word proffer in court, and a lawyer will be like, I'm a proffer to the court, and that basically means I'm gonna tell the truth to the court, the version of events. But when you actually talking about a proffer agreement, is where you actually give factual, truthful information. So overall, it just means truthful statement. But when you actually talking about like criminal signing proffer agreements, it's because you're detailing crimes, It can be used for another time or case. They get tricky, especially the sealed ones. Most proffers are sealed though. The only thing, and I think the only reason why 6ix9ine was not sealed is because he proffered on his own case and maybe didn't ask for it to be sealed, but all his is open. But yeah, most proffers you don't too much see per se, like just out. So I don't know if you gotta ask it or whatever. Street News Worldwide, who is CMG representative over here, said a light for verdict if they have questions, the knock on the door and inform bailiff. The light is off now. Let's see what happens. So we'll see. If it's a verdict, it's a verdict. If it's a question, it's a question, Yes, Keefe D did a proffer. That's correct. Black Butterfly, good morning. Mickey, I'm here popping on to say stop playing with my emotions. Look, you have been happy today. Y'all hit that like button. I only got 69 likes and it's like 260 of y'all in here. Like, all it take a quick second. Hit, boom. But yeah, I was on my conspiracy stuff today, man. All right, here we go. Where we going to? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I wish I could sing, y'all. I would be singing all the time because I be singing now and can't sing at all, okay? But if I could hit a note, not you got a bubble goods. Look, I'm over here like I might go shopping. Okay, look, I might go shopping. If I can get off of this live early, I'm going shopping, y'all. I need me a new something. I don't even need that. But I'm gonna find something to need. I'm trying to BJ, what's up? What's up? Like I said, I personally feel like they did their job on the lesser charges. I'm just not convinced on as charged. That's just me. I'm just not convinced on as charged. Oh, let me get on Twitter real quick. Rubbing my hands like Birdman. KG said, "You're not leaving us, Mickey. We locked in for the day." I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Because the whole and then my whole content for the RICO only makes sense while he's not convicted. Like once he get convicted, they won. You know what I'm saying? Like once Govan go down, the RICO is over. So ain't no need to keep, doing it. I'm going at. I might even go get my car detailed because my car is junky. Okay, junky. And the end may be near, Young Chronic Beats. It may be near, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to. Let me look on. Oh, it's verdict. It's a verdict. It's a verdict. I had to look on Twitter. It's a verdict, y'all. All right. Make sure I got that on. Verdict time. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Gotta go ahead and get my YouTube video.
Mitchell presiding, you may be seated.
All right, before I bring the jury in, to the audience in particular, for either side, particularly family members, if you're going to have difficulty controlling your emotions, I need for you to step out now. Outburst will not be tolerated. You can bring the jury.
Y'all keep the chat going. What y'all think? Guilty or not guilty? On jury or what? Lesser charges or as charged? It's that time, y'all. It is that time.
You ready, Your Honor?
Yes.
The jury is now heading into the courtroom.
What's the dog signs in the chat, though? You gotta remember what we're here for.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you reached a verdict?
Yes.
State of Tennessee versus Hernandez Govan, count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 1 of the indictment. State of Tennessee versus Hernandez Govan, count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 2 of the indictment.
Give me my Apple Pay right now.
Court's in session.
Give me my Apple Pay right now. I need my $100 right now. Worldwide. Right now.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Right now. Send me my $100.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to thank you for your service this week. You've done exactly what the court asked you to do, which was to sit, listen to all the proof, and come to a decision. You are excused. Thank
Jury
you.
is excused. Thank you.
Excuse me?
Go ahead, Your Honor. Court still in session.
Y'all just remember,
Mr. Hernandez Govan, the jury of your peers having found you not guilty of all charges, sir, you are free to go.
Thank you so much, Judge.
You're welcome. You may
Thank
come off the
you,
record.
Court's in recess.
Hey, I just want to say this, okay? Everything aside, okay? Everything aside, at the end of the day, Young Dolph still lost his life. Everything aside, it definitely was a bigger situation at play. But based off of what was presented in this trial, I've been telling y'all from day one, they wasn't proving it. The fall guy theory made more sense the whole time. Street News TV, not Street News TV, Street News Worldwide, where you at, hit my Apple Pay. You said yesterday, if he get found not guilty, you'll Apple Pay me 100 times, okay? Like I told y'all from day one, at the end of the day, it's about the storyline, and the state did not have it in this case. God dang, y'all. I'm 2-0 this year. I told y'all about the queso one. Told y'all about this one. It is what it is. I told y'all, though, they ain't prove it. Y'all kept talking about, oh, he was a great witness for straight drop. I kept telling y'all, it ain't got nothing to do with this one. But there you have it. At the end of the day, y'all, like I said, I do think it was conspiracy in play. I just don't feel like it was proven in this trial as Govan being the person. So, I mean, hey, to the streets, it's still going to be people that definitely going to feel like he did it or have something to do with it. But that ain't what we here to talk about. So, at the end of the day, I appreciate everybody. Hey, with that, what you think going to happen next? Because like they said, it is still an investigation out there. Now, although we're going to hang it here, we'll do it for content definitely later. But for now, I'm about to go check my Apple Pay to see if Street News Worldwide kept his end of the bargain and sent me my $100. Okay. But for real, I do appreciate everybody that has been donating to the channel. I appreciate everybody that has been pulling up for the past 4 days. We have definitely been breaking it down. I've been windmilling. Y'all kept saying, listen, y'all kept saying, Mickey, you ain't been around long enough to know. Y'all kept saying, Mickey, go do your YouTube research. And I kept telling y'all, they ain't proved it. I don't care what YouTube said, okay? But it has definitely been a time, y'all. Woo! Damo, look, listen. Manny Aurora definitely did his big one. But at the same time, his story just made more sense. It even had me almost down with the conspiracy. Because I'm like, bro, yeah, something bigger is at play. You know? So, hey, it's been fun. Y'all already know hopefully I will see y'all in a couple weeks. YNW Portland, okay? YNW Portland is set to go to trial September 10th. If that changes, I will see y'all in October on live. But y'all know I'm a video YouTube channel, so I drop videos at least 5 days a week, okay? So y'all make sure y'all tap into the videos. However, I only go live, okay, during trials. And for some reason, the urban trials are the best ones for my audience. So I will be back hopefully September 10th. If it doesn't happen September 10th, I will see y'all October 20th for the Julio Fulio Alicia Andrews trial. I will also be breaking down the Little Dirt trial in the beginning of October if it still happens, because I doubt that may happen. But hey, we here. And then y'all already know we taking it to Texas in November for the Yellow BZ trial. All right, I appreciate y'all as always, man. It's been real. I'm about to go find me something to do. I thought I was gonna be on here all day. I appreciate y'all, Truth Team, and I'm out.
Mickey talks the truth. Okay. I got truth on my mind. Truth on my mind. I got truth on my mind. Truth on my mind. I got truth on my mind. Truth on my mind.
Hey, listen, you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love you, Mickey.
Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.